Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Swiflearn Life classes. Here I am, your Harneet teacher, and Harneet Ma'am teaching you. Today's topic is mensuration. So this is the second top class for the session. Yeah. So before starting that, let me repeat myself and tell you what is Swiflearn. So what is this platform, and what do we do in this company? Okay. So everyone is ready. Yeah, I'm happy to see you all back with me in this live session. Okay, so Swiflearn is a company which teaches students of grade 3rd to 10th. Okay, so students from 3rd to 10th can apply and enroll yourself in this online company. So, what does this company do? Why will you enroll? Right, this is the question. So, I'll make it simpler and explain you what exactly it is. Okay, so in this platform, we are giving 100% live classes. 100% live classes means that we will be giving you live sessions like I'm teaching you right now. Similarly, this is recorded, right? Similarly, the other way would be that you are sitting on the other hand, I am here, and we are doing an interactive session. So it is an interactive class. I am teaching you, you are understanding, you are giving me the answer revert back. Even if you have a problem, you can directly ask me there and then. Okay. And the best part about this is that there is a personalized attention given to the batches with the maximum of 6 students. So, maximum there are 6 students which are there in a batch. So, we are able to look at each and every student and the minor of the error which they commit, we are able to find that and correct it that time only. Okay. So, this is also very important. Yeah, see, in the school, there is lot of students sitting there, around 30, around 29, 40, right? So the teacher there teaching you, it's difficult for her to look at each and every student and to correct them in that 1 hour or 45 minutes class, right? And then to complete the syllabus also. So, but on this platform, only with 6 students, we are able to teach you properly. So you understand each and everything. Moreover, we have an academic team. So there is a mentor team which keeps a track of your work. So we are giving a track. So how are you performing in the class? How are you doing your homework? Each and everything is tracked. So we are tracking your thing. We are giving you tests to practice. So with your practice tests, we are seeing how are you improving. So with all this, we are able to see that you are improving or not, or which is the area in which you need more practice. So this is also very important, right? We are able to analyze and tell you. So it's easy, right? Moreover, we don't teach anything else. We always teach from the textbooks, which is there in the school syllabus. And if you want some customized requests, like I don't want to be in this hour, or I don't want to be on this day, so everything is customized according to the student's choice. So everything is done. So, with all these points, will you not say that India's most sincere learning platform is Swiflearn? Will you say that? Yeah. Yes, it is. See, we are looking at each and everything of your performance, and we can share this with your parents also. So, there's a detailed progress report which is shared with you and your parents. So, they also know how you're performing. This is a good point, right? One more point, a feature which we say, it is that there is a Swiflearn academic test series. We call it SATs. So what is SATs? See, on every Sunday, we have a SAT exam. So what does happen on that SAT exam? Everyone on all over the India, all over the world outside, the students are able to attempt that exam. So finally, you know, where do you stand? Do you stand apart from them? Are you need to perform more, you need to practice more so that can be on the top, right? That's what we want, right? So this SAT series is also there with you. The next thing is there we take unlimited test practice tests. So there are unlimited practice tests. So you can practice as much as you want. So we will not stop you. So as much as you want, we can teach you. Moreover, the last feature which I like the best about it, that there is subjective test for school exams. So what is subjective test? Especially in mathematics, I always repeat this myself on this, that see, maths is marked on steps. So numbers are given on steps. I can directly give you the answer and I'll not get the points. I'll not get the whole marks. So to know which step I'm doing wrong and what is the minor error which I'm committing due to which I'm not getting a right answer, this test, this subjective test helps me a lot to know that. Right. So all these features makes the Swiflearn a very good platform. So try to enroll yourself, understand it, and give it a try. See, a trial class is worth it, right? Let's try it. Will you enroll it? Yeah, will you listen to me? Yeah, let's try it. Let's meet you on the 100% live classes, right? Okay, so if you like all this, what we are doing, is it good? Then kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Press on the bell icon so that you never miss any update. So there are a lot of classes going on. The Harneet Ma'am is coming back again with a new session, so you can join with me. Yes, so you never miss any update. So the subscription is very important for that. So please click on that. Yes. So, welcome back. Let's start our session. So, what is our topic? What were we discussing in the last session? And what are we doing in this class? So, let's see. We were doing mensuration. So, in that, what have we done? We had covered the area and perimeter were the points, but the perimeter we have already covered in my first session, right? So in this session, the objective is that I will introduce introduction of area. What is area? And the area of a rectangle. How do we calculate? And how do we calculate the area of a square? So hope you know what is perimeter. Till now, you've seen my first video. That is very clear. So now when I teach you area, you're able to differentiate between what is the perimeter and what is the area. So finally, the biggest confusion in your life will get over with this. Yes, because every time there is a confusion. Ma'am, it's saying to calculate. What should I calculate? Should I calculate perimeter? Should I calculate area? So the students are stuck on this. So by the first video, I think you're pretty clear what we mean by perimeter and what are the questions or what are the keywords which we can identify that they are asking a perimeter. They ask us to calculate the perimeter. Today, we'll do and find out those keywords which means or which tell us to know that what are the question is asking. Is it asking us to calculate the area or not? So that we can differentiate. So let's start. Good to go? Yeah? Okay. So everybody, come on, join in and start giving a like if you like my class, right? And you can comment also so that I can see the answers. Even if this session gets over, it's not live, still you can give the comments accord whenever you see it. So what will happen is I'll see that you're doing good or not. That comments I can read, the company can read. So we can understand that you understand the concept better or not. So kindly do that, okay? So let's start. What is area? That is the topic. Ma'am, you have to teach me. Okay, so I'm not asking you directly what is the area. Okay, let me ask you some different question. Like, let me frame it in some other way. Okay, so can you see the square? You know this is square. So if I ask you, how much is the orange color inside it? So, do you know? How much is the orange color inside this square? Or how much is the blue color inside this circle? Similarly, how much is the yellow color inside this rhombus? So this is all the different patterns. Triangle. This is also a right angle triangle. This is a, how many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have discussed the 5-side figure is known as a pentagon, right? So this is a pentagon. This is a quadrilateral, 4 sides. And this is also a 4 sides figure, which are all equal. So we have just arranged the square in some other form, right? It looked like a diamond, but actually it's a square. Okay, so when I ask you particularly how much is the blue color inside this circle, how much is the yellow color inside this rhombus or quadrilateral, we can say that also. This is a quadrilateral. how much is a or a blue color inside this triangle? So you will say, ma'am, I don't know. You will not know because I have not given you the values. So the area is the portion which I have colored inside this pictures. So whenever something is asked which is inside the picture, how much is that occupying space? So how much space is there inside this which can be used? So this is known as a area. Okay, getting the point? Okay, I'll give you one more example. So look at this close figures. So there is a square, it's a leaf, a clock, and a paper. Okay, now we are asked, this boy is asking us, can you tell me which shape occupies more space? Okay, so I have four shapes and I want to know which occupies more. So is the square more, or is the leaf bigger, or the clock is bigger, or the paper is bigger? How do I know? Will I be able to calculate? No, because I don't know the numbers. To do this, we need to calculate the area. But to know the area, we should know the values. So, how will I calculate the area? When I know the values. So, area is the amount of surface enclosed by a closed figure. This is called the area. So what is the amount of enclosed figure, surface area, or surface enclosed by a closed figure we are talking about? See, we are talking about, see, if I give you this example, there are two flowers. Yeah, one is a bigger one is a smaller one. So which one is a bigger? Among A and B, which one is the bigger? You can easily choose that. Yes. So we know that figure flower A is bigger, flower B is smaller. So if flower A is bigger, this means it occupies more area. It occupies more space. So whatever thing which occupies space and how much space is needed, that is called the area. Pretty easy. See, I'll give you one more example. Okay, there are two boys. Yeah, there is one sofa, two-seater. So both have to sit. But though both can sit comfortably. Yeah, one on each side. How about there are three boys then? What will happen? What will happen? Now they have to adjust. So both the boys which was sitting there have to shift so that they can make a space for the third boy to sit in. That is what is there. So the space that we give to the third boy so that he can sit comfortably is called that area which we have given to that third boy. So that's it. So the place or the portion on which he is sitting is the amount of area he needs to sit on that chair. Simple as that. Now it's easy, right? You know a practical example? So, but to know that area, to know that how much space does that boy need to sit, I need to know some formulas before that so that it's easy for me to calculate. Okay, even if I know the numbers, but I don't know how to calculate, right? So, to calculate and to know that, I need to learn some formulas. So, what are those formulas? Let's start. Yeah. Okay, everyone, let's start. So first we'll begin with the area of a square. So how do I calculate the area of a square and how do I calculate the area of a rectangle? Okay, so before telling you exactly what is the area of a square, let me tell you the area of a rectangle first. And you automatically know what is the area of a square. That is very easy for you. And you will give me the answer. Let's see. Okay, so area for rectangle is length into breadth. So we know what is the length. Length is a bigger portion, bigger side. Breadth is a smaller side. All right, so we all know that. So this is a rectangle. This is 60. This is 30. So what will be the length? The length will be 60 centimeters, right? And the breadth will be 30 centimeters. That's right. Good. So to know the area of this blackboard, which is in a rectangular form, the area would be length into breadth. Yeah. So length is 60, breadth is 30. So when I multiply 60 into 30, I get 1,800 centimeters. Okay. So note, we are using centimeter square here. We are not giving the answer in centimeter. Why are we not giving the answer in centimeter? See, right now, I have only written centimeter, but I have to write here square. Let me use some other color. Yeah, I have to write here square. Why? See, when I'm multiplying 60 and 30, I get 1800, right? But when I multiply centimeter by centimeter, that becomes centimeter square. You can think like that also. So the area. So how do we define an area? The area is always defined in a unit of something of square. Centimeter square, meter square, kilometer square. All right. So we can say the same thing as square, centimeter, square meter, or square kilometer, or kilometer square, meter square, centimeter square. So if I pronounce square first or if I pronounce it later, that does not matter. That does not mean, that means the same thing. Okay. That does not change the value. But the area is always defined in some square unit. Okay, because those centimeters or those meters are also multiplied and we are given a new unit to that. So that's why the area is defined as square unit. So remember in the last session I told you that there is a wall. Yeah, if I want the painter to come and paint it. So if I'm talking about only making a border of that wall, then I'm talking of the perimeter. So if I'm telling the painter to only make the border and leave the rest area inside. Don't do anything. So this area, which I'm talking about just to make an outline, I've made this like this so that I can tell you. Okay. So this is just an outline that will be calculated as a perimeter. But suppose this is a wall again. And if I'm telling him to paint this whole blackboard black, so inside, then I'm asking you to calculate the area of that figure. So this area is mentioned as square. We say it's centimeter square, whereas the perimeter is only mentioned in whichever unit, single, centimeter or meter or kilometer. Now I think you know what's the difference between a perimeter and a area. Now you know it. The same square, the same rectangle, whichever we have done before in the class, we are doing that same units, same figures. But the thing is now we are calculating the area, which is inside that. Okay, which is enclosed, not the boundaries. Clear? Okay. So that gives a revision of the perimeter also. Yeah. Okay. So let's do this one more. So let's understand with one more example. So what is this? This is a television. Yeah. So the breadth is 40. The length is 20. Is it possible? Is it possible like that? Yeah. So, okay, imagining it like that, that always the length is bigger and the breadth is smaller. So it has to be 40 here, 20 here. But let's say, okay, fine, there is some abstract figure. It's a TV in some other format in which the length is bigger and the breadth is small. So there's a vertically form of a television. So the area of a television is 40 into 20. Length into breadth, we know that. So 40 into 20 comes out to be 4 twos are 8 and 2 zeros, 800 and centimeter square. See, the area is defined in centimeter square. Okay? Okay, one more example. There are 3 books. Put one over the other. So I know the length is 20 centimeter and the breadth is 10 centimeter. Okay. So the area of one book we are talking about, we are not talking about the combined books. We are not taking the height. That is a different thing which we calculate. Okay. So we are just taking just one book and we are calculating its area. So area which needs a book. How much a book needs on the table, area that we are considering. So area of a book is 20 into 10. So 20 into 10 is 200 and centimeter into centimeter comes out to be centimeter square. So area is always defined in square units. Okay, good. All right, so let's see. So now this was the question which I wanted to ask you To know, when I want to know the area of a square, now what is the area of a square? How will I calculate that? The area of a square. Yes. So area of a square is similar to the rectangle. We'll say length into breadth. But we know that in the square, the length and breadth are equal. So that's why we say that the area of a square is side into side. So there are two sides which we are multiplying. Okay. So we have derived that formula, a formula of area of a square from the rectangle only. But we know if you use the property of a square that all the sides are equal, length is equal to breadth, so I'll get easily, I'll multiply side into side. So even if I know one side, that means I can calculate the area, right? In case of square, but that is not possible in case of a rectangle because I don't know its breadth, right? Okay. So the question says this boy is interestingly standing. He wants us to solve this question. So let's do that. What is the area of the blue square in the Rubik cube? So in this Rubik cube, they want me to know the area of this blue. How much is the blue shaded area? So how will I know? Sir, you haven't given me the values. Right. So this boy wants us to solve it, but he's not giving us the value. So when I don't know the value, then how can I solve it? Okay. All right. Why not we make a value of it? Yeah. Why not we solve it making a value? So let's say that this side is how much? 1 centimeter each box. So this will be 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. So total is 3 centimeter. Similarly, this becomes 1, 2, 3 because it's a square. Then that means the all side will be 3 centimeter. Simple as that. So to know the area of a square, that is side into side. And in this case, if I've taken, and I'm assuming that the size is 3 centimeter. So that will come out to be 3 into 3. That comes out to be 9 centimeter. So simply what we are doing is we are multiplying the same value to itself because the length and breadth are equal. So the area we will calculate with the formula when we know it's a square is area is side into side. Okay. All right. So now let's begin with the questions. Let's do some practice. Right. Okay. So there is a biscuit. Okay, so this is 3 centimeters, this is 3 centimeter. So the area of the biscuit is 3 into 3. So 3 3s are 9 and 9 centimeters square is the answer as the area. Yeah, okay. Same goes with clock. It's a square shaped clock. Okay. And one side is given. I'm writing it here on the both the sides, but even if one is given, we are able to calculate. So this 10 centimeter. Area of a clock is 10 into 10. That comes out to be 100. Centimeter into centimeter. That comes out to be centimeter square. So that comes out to be 100 centimeters square. Easy? Yeah. So let's solve the question. Some word problems. And we'll find out what do they want. Okay, let's see. The area of a rectangular piece of a cardboard is 10 centimeters square and its length is 9 centimeter. What is the width of the cardboard? Okay, so what all is mentioned in the question? What are they giving me? They are giving me the area. They are telling me that it is a rectangular piece. So they're telling me what figure it is. And they're giving me the area as 36. So I know area is equals to 36 centimeters square. And the length is 9. So, okay, let this be length. This is 9 centimeter. They want me to calculate the width, or I can say the breadth, whatever thing I want to, right? So how will I calculate? How will I do it? I know the formula that area is equals to length into breadth because it is a rectangular piece and we know that the formula this we have learned that it is length into breadth. Okay, let me put those values now. So this comes out to be 36 is equals to what? 9 into breadth, right? Or the width. Okay, the question says width, so let's put it in the width only. So that is a easier way. So we are giving the answer in the terms which they are asking, right? So let me put width here. Okay. So I know width is 9 into width is equals to 36. Why I'm writing this again? Because I want to know the value of width. I've just written left and right again. So I've written the right hand side on the left hand side and written the left hand side on the right hand side. I've not done till now anything. So I'll now proceed how to solve it. We know when 9 is getting multiplied on this side, when we move it on the other side, its operation gets reversed. So multiplication goes on the other side, becomes a division question. So that becomes W width is equals to 36 divided by 9. So when I divide 36 by 9, what happens? What is the answer? 36 divided by 9. So I know the 9 table. When I divide, it comes out to be 4. But now tell me which unit will I write? Now this is what you need to mention in the chat box. Okay. Now you have to tell me what is here, which I want to know the unit. Yes, Ravi. Yes, ma'am. You asked me a question that why we calculate area. See, I've already given, maybe you've joined late. See, if I have a room and I want that to be painted, the inside area, that the wall, the borders, if I'm talking about the border, if this is a wall, I want to get this painted inside. So what will amount will I give to the painter? That's why to know this area is important. To knowing this, I need to know the area. If I don't know the area, then how will I give the amount of money to the painter? He can say, okay, I'll charge you 100 rupees per wall. You can say that also. But that wall is not mentioned. This can be this wall. I can have a bigger rectangular wall. So will he charge the same amount? He can say 1,000 rupees for that looking at the wall. So I will not be able to know the value per unit, per square unit. So this is a question we will discuss in the next. After 2-3 questions, we'll talk on that also. But right now, let me tell you why do we need it? So that we know the inner portion inside it. If I don't know, then how will I use it? So this is a practical example. So that is why we need to know the area inside it. Second example, which I gave you, that there was a boy, two boys sitting on a sofa, right? Third one wants to come and sit in. So we have to look at his bums, how big they are, can he fit inside or not, right? So that is also area, the space he need to sit in. So that time also we are using a logic of area without knowing what exactly is area. So we are just taking an estimate, right? So that's why we need to calculate the area. This is why there in your course. Okay, Ravi, I hope I've satisfied you. Okay, let's start now. Okay, so what I was there that I need to know the unit, the width. Which unit will it be? It will be in the centimeter. Why? Now this you need to tell me. Because the length and breadth are in the single centimeter unit and we are calculating the breadth or the width. So that has to be in single centimeter only. Clear? So other way which I give you a trick or what is the logic behind this? See, when we are dividing, 36 is centimeter into centimeter because it's centimeter square. I'm dividing it by 9. That is also a centimeter. So I can cancel 1 centimeter also. So I'm left with only 1 unit, that is centimeter. So I can say this also. Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the next one. Thank you, Mohit. Thank you so much. Okay, let's solve. Find the area in the square meter. So area is always calculated in square meter of a piece of cloth that is 1 meter 25 centimeter wide and 2 meter long. So this we always say that look at the units. So to calculate the units should be in the same terms. 1 in centimeters and do the two things in meters, that is not possible. Okay, we cannot do like that because when we do it, this centimeter is not equal to meter. So one way is, let me all convert this into centimeter. But that will be a bigger way because it's saying me that I need to calculate the area into the square meter, not centimeter. If that was a question to calculate in centimeter square, then what will I do? I will convert all these meters into centimeters and proceed to solve. Okay, but now when it is saying to get directly the answer in meter, so there is a easier way and a shortcut. So how to proceed, I'll tell you. See, let's first convert the centimeter into meter. But how we will convert centimeter into meter? See, we know how much 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. We know this? Yeah. Or I can say 100 centimeter is equals to 1 meter. This is also the same thing, right? So how about saying 1 centimeter is equals to 1 over 100 meter? Will this sound good to you? Is it right way of doing it? Just tell me, is it the right way? Yeah, because here the 100 is being multiplied. What will I do? I'll take it on the other side and divide it. So that comes 1 over 100 meters. So 1 centimeter is equals to 1 over 100 meter. So I'll use this conversion logic in this question. How? Let's see. 1 meter, 25 centimeter. Okay. 1 meter, I can write plus 25 centimeter. Will it change? No, right? This means the same thing, right? This means actually I'm adding. So now let's keep 1 meter as it is. Why not convert this centimeter into meter by multiplying it by 1 over 100 so that this unit from centimeter turns into meter. Okay. Now on solving this, when I solve, it will be a bigger thing to do it. So why to go into that conversation and convert it? Let's do it 1 meter plus 0.25 meter. Is it okay? Yeah, will this be fine? Okay. So when I add this, it becomes 1.25 meter. So we are using decimal portion also in this that we have already studied, right? Okay. Now I know the length or the width. Okay, it's the width. So I know the width is equals to 1.25 meter. And I know the length is equals to 2 meter. So can I calculate the area? Area, will I calculate the area? It is length into breadth. So I know the length is 2. I know the breadth is 1.25. So now solve and give me the answer. Quickly give me the answer in the chat box. Let's see who all are there with us and can they solve it or not. Okay. Till that time, I'll remove some of the portion. Okay. Do it. Yes, yes, I can see you can do it. Try it. Yes. Okay. So let's solve it. I think this was a pretty time to solve it. So I can write it by saying it over 100. Yeah. Okay. So when I cancel this, this becomes 50. Let's divide it by 5 now. This becomes 10. When I divide this by 5, what do I get? So 5 2s are 10. 2 as a remainder. The other comes down 525. That comes out to be 5. So on solving, this decimal can be put over there. It comes out to be 25 over 10. So I know the property of 10 that it becomes a point after one number. So that comes out to be 2.5. What is 2.5? Meter. Meter is the answer. If I say the area is equal to 2.5 meter, will it be right? No. In this, you will lose half a mark because you're not using the unit properly. The area is always defined in meter square. So it has to be 2.5 meter square. So this is the answer. Easy? Were you able to understand? So what are we doing in this question? We are first converting in the same unit. Why? See, this is meter. This is centimeter. So what are we doing? We are adding this to 1 meter plus 25 centimeter. And I know 1 centimeter is equals to 1 over 100 meter. So what have I done? I've multiplied 25 into 1 over 100. Now, this is a decimal property that if we are dividing by 100, two zeros, so I'll put the decimal after 2 units. So 1 meter plus 0.25 meter. So on adding this one can written as 1.00. Mohit, now I think you will understand. I'm explaining each and every point. So 1.00 meter plus 0.25 meter. So on adding these two, the decimal remains on the same thing. So I'll use another pen to show you. 1.00 plus 0.25. So on adding this becomes 5, 2.1. So this is meter. So what is this? This was the width. It was given. Now it's long means length. The length is given to me. So to calculate the area, it's length into breadth. So when I multiply 2 into 1.25. So how do I do it? I know when I remove this point, I can write 2 into 1.125 over 100 because 2 points are shifted. So 2 zeros, 100. So that's what I've written it here. Coming to this corner, when I divide it by 2, first I'm dividing by 2. So when I cancel this 2, I'm dividing the 100 by 2. That comes out to be 50. Now, what I was left? I was left with 125 over 50 after dividing by 2. Now, what will I do? I'll divide by 5 on the numerator as well as the denominator. Or I'll divide the total by 5. I can say that also. If you don't know the logic of fractions, then let's leave it. And we can say that we'll divide by 5 on the upper portion as well as on the lower portion. So on dividing that, when I cancel by 5, I get 10. And when I divide 125 by 5, I get 25. How? This division you already know. Okay, so 25 over 10. That comes out to be 2.5. Okay. All right. Now, moving on to the next one. Let's solve. A room is 4 meter long and 3 meter 50 centimeter wide. How many square meters of the carpet is needed to cover the floor of the room? So what is the answer in this? So you have to solve it and tell me. It's saying that a room is 4 meters long and 3 meter 50 centimeter wide. So I know the length, it is 4 meter. I know the width, it is 3 meter 50 centimeter. How many square meters? Similarly, the same question. I want the answer in meters. So the carpet is needed to put it on the floor. So this is also a practical example that why do we need to calculate the area when we need the flooring has to be tiled or it is need to be carpentered. So these are the words or the area we need to calculate in these terms and these situations also. Okay. So how will I calculate the area? The same logic we will apply in the width as the units are not same. The same logic means that 1 centimeter is equals to 1 over 100 meter. Okay, let's use this and solve it. Otherwise, I'll give you the answer. Let's try it. I'll give you 2 minutes for this. Okay, let's see. Yes, Mohit, thank you so much for encouraging me. But the thing is that this is a 6th grade class, even if I'm trying to teach to the lowest level. So I have to meet that expectation also that a 6th child knows the decimal points, right? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's see who all have done it. Okay, Mohit has given me the answer 14 meters square. Thank you so much. Let's see, is the answer correct or not? Okay, let's solve. So to know that, I know the width is 3 meter 50 centimeter, right? So 3 meter plus 50 centimeter, I can write that. Okay, 3 meter plus 50 into 1 over 100, so that this centimeter is converted into meter and I have 1 unit, right? The meter unit all over my question. So on solving this, I can cancel 1 0. That would be easy. Okay, so 3 meter plus 0.5 meter. So when I add these two, this is 3.5 meter, right? Okay, so 3.5 meter is the width. Now, how about the length? The length is already given in meter. So now can I know the area? So area is, to calculate the area, it is length into breadth. That comes out to be 4 into 3.5. So how will I solve this? 4 into 3.5. It is pretty easy. You can do that. Let's do it. Let me take some area so that I can solve it. See, I also need some space. So space means area. So let me take some space, some area to solve this question ahead. Okay, I'll use this corner, this side of the page. Okay. So 4 into 35 over 10. So let's solve it. Now let's cancel it by 2. This becomes 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 5. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So what am I doing? I was writing divided by 2. I get 5. So now the question is 35 over 5. I know that when I divide this, what will I get? 35 over 5. So on solving this, what will I get? Will I get the same thing or not? No or yes? Let's see. And into 2 was also there, right? There's 2 left. So 35 divided by 5. When I cancel this, this becomes 7. So 2 into 7. So that comes out to be 14. So 14 meters square because the area is defined in square. So this is the answer. By solving it first, dividing the 4 by 2, I'm left with 2 here and then 35 over 5. I've written it here and then dividing it by 5, I am left with 7 into 2. That comes out to be 14. Okay, so that is the answer. 14 meters square is the answer. That was right, Mohit. Great. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. This question says the area of a rectangular garden is 50 meter long, is 30 square meter. Find the width of the garden. So now let's quickly solve this. Now you know the area is already given. It's given here, square meter. So areas, I directly know from the unit, this is the area. So area is 30. It's a rectangular garden and I know how long. I know the length is 50 meter. This is meter square. So how will I calculate the breadth or the width? Okay. How will I calculate the width? So area is equals to length into width. So I can say width is equals to area divided by length. 300 divided by 50. That can be written as 300 over 50. On cancelling, what do I get? I get the answer as 6 meter because width is only defined in single unit, 6 meters. Great work. Well done. Okay, let's move to the next question. Now, see, what is the cost of tiling a rectangular plot of land? The length is given. It is 500 meter long and 200 meter wide at the rate of rupees 8 per 100 meter square. So there is a twist in this question. See, there is a minor difference between the question which we have done before and this one. And even if you skip that, that will change your answer. So read the question, very important, especially in the word problems. What does it say? It says that I know it's long, I know it's wide. It's giving me the rate per 100 meters, not per meter. So 100 meter is a different thing, per meter is a different thing. So this, how to use this point, I'll teach you. So first, let us quickly calculate the area. So area is length into breadth. Length is 500, breadth is 200. So let's say, okay, let me write 500 first because I've done length first. So 500 into 200. So on solving this, this comes out to be 5 to the 10 and 4 zeros, right? Okay, so 1 lakh square meter. I can say, or I can say it meter square. This is per meter square, right? This area is per meter square or meter square, but the value is given as per 100 meter square. So I know the question says the cost of 100 meter square is 8 rupees. So the cost of 1 meter square or per meter square is 8 over 100. But what do I need to know? I need to know the value or the amount which I need to pay for 1 lakh square units. So what will I do? I'll say the cost of 1 lakh meter square is 8 by 1000 into 1 lakh. So by this, I'm able to cancel 2 zeros. 3 zeros are left, which comes out to be rupees 8,000. So the answer is that I need to pay 8,000 rupees to the person who is tiling my floor or my rectangular pot. So this is the way we are able to know how much we need to pay to the person who is doing our work. Okay. All right. So there was just a difference that we are taking this 100, not directly 1. So just read the question very importantly and see where we are using, which words are being given so that we know exactly what the value they are asking us and what information they are giving to us. Okay. Moving on to the third question. It says a tabletop measures 2 meter by 1 meter 50 centimeter. So find the area in the meter square. So I also need the answer in the meter. Okay, let's say length is 2 meter. Now I think we have already done 2 types of this question. You can do it quickly. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. Kindly solve and give me the answer quickly. Yes, let's see. I know length is 2 meter. I know the breadth is 1 meter 50 centimeter. Now, centimeter. I want all the answer in meter. So the centimeter is a problem for me. How will I solve it? By converting. I know 1 centimeter is equals to 1 over 100 meter. So why not write it? So 1 meter plus 50 centimeter. I can say this. Now 1 meter plus 50 into 1 over 100 meter. So by cancelling this, it comes out to be 1 meter plus 0.5 meter, which comes out to be 1.5 meter. Now I know the length, I know the width. So the area is simply multiplying length by width. Pretty easy. Multiplying 2 into 1.5. That is 2 into 15 over 10. So let's divide by 2. This comes 1. This becomes 5. Now let's divide by 5. This becomes 1. This becomes 3. So the answer is 3 meter square. Who all got the right answer? Okay, Mohit, thank you so much for encouraging me here. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, that's the right answer. The area is 3 meters square. Okay, let's see the next one. A floor is 5 meters long. So I know the length, I know the width is 4 meters. A square carpet of side 3 meters is laid on the floor. Find the area of the floor that is not carpeted. So let me draw a picture and explain it to you. So it says it's a rectangle which is 5 meters and the width is 4 meters. And a square. It's telling me it's a square. It's lying inside. So it's lying inside 3 meters. That means the side will be 3 meters because it's a square. Pretty easy that. Because all the sides of the square are equal. We know this property. So we need to find the area of the floor that is not carpeted. So only I have put the carpet on this portion. So this, let me color it up. This is the carpeted area. And they want me to know the white area inside this rectangular piece. How will I know? Think over it. To know this, what should I know? I should know the total area. If I know the total area of this rectangular one, and if I know the area of the square, and what do I'll do? I'll subtract out of the total. If I will subtract what is carpeted, I'll know what is not carpeted. Pretty easy. So I know the area of the rectangle. Let me write R in the brackets. That what am I doing? I'm calculating the area of this rectangle. That is length into breadth. And I know length is 5 and breadth is 4. So 5 fours are 20 meter. So I know the area of the rectangle now. How about the area of the square? So the area, let me write a square, is side into side. I know the side is 3. So 3 into 3. 3 is a 9 meter square. Area is always defined in square. Now I know both the areas. I know the area is of the rectangle. If I subtract it from the area of a square, I'll know the area which is not carpeted. What is what they want? So if I calculate, I know the area. I know the area is 20 and I subtract 9. So that comes out to be 11 meter square. So the answer is 11 meter square. Who all could do it? So what have we done? We know the total rectangle. We know the area of a square by knowing its formulas. So the formulas are very important. So when we know, we can calculate different two things. And out of the total, if I take that out, I know what is left inside. So for taking that out means doing subtraction. So I've done the subtraction. I got the answer as 11 meter square. Okay. So with this similar to this one, let's do one more. So that is pretty easy and interesting one. The next question, I like it. I personally like a lot because that is the question which all the teachers like and the students generally commit mistakes. So this is the question which I like. It says 5 squares of flower bed, each of 1 meters, are dug on a piece of land 5 meter long and 4 meter wide. What is the area of the remaining part of the land? So this is a pretty good question. So it says that there is a rectangular land. I'm drawing and showing you exactly what it say. Its long is 5 meter. Its width is 4 meter. Okay. And it says that 5 square flower bed of each 1 meters are dug. So let's see, suppose this is the area which is dug and these are the 5, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5 areas and each is 1 meter, 1 meter. It's dug. So what is the area of the remaining land? So what is this white portion? Okay, if we say that we have dug this and I have covered this area. So what is he asking? He asking me the rest of the white portion. So how will I calculate? See, if I know the same logic will apply. We know the total, the length, area of the total rectangle. And if I know the area of this one square, so I know what will be the area of the similar 5 by multiplying it by 5. So let's see. First, let me calculate the area of a bigger rectangular portion. So the area of a rectangular portion or the part, we can say it 5 into 4. That is 20 meters square. Okay. Now the area of this square, 1. Area of 1 square is side into side. That is 1 into 1 because I've given 1 meter. That comes out to be 1 meter square. Right. Now I know what I need to know this area, the portion wide. So that is area is equals to the remaining area is calculated as area of a rectangle minus 5 times area of a square. Why have I written 5 times? Because I have dug the 5 portions. 1, 2 is here, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 portions. That's why multiplying by 5 is very important. So that is 20 minus 5 into 1. That comes out to be 20 minus 5. That is 15 meters square. So will you see this question is very interesting? This is the question which generally people make mistake. The students make mistake. So why? Because they don't multiply it by 5. They forget that. They think, okay, this whole thing means 5. This means 1 only. But that is not the logic. We need to multiply by 5. Okay. So I hope now this portion is clear. Now you know how to calculate the area of the things. So finally, what have we all learned today? So we have learned what is an area of a rectangle. How do we calculate? That is length into breadth, right? Area of a square. How do we calculate? What is the formula? That is side into side because all the sides are equal. So that is side into side. And we have done a couple of questions. So I hope you liked it. Thank you for being there with me. And I hope you like the session and you're clear with what is area and the session which we done before, what is a perimeter. So now this mensuration topic is pretty clear and you have no doubt on this. So hope you like this session and all your problems are solved. You know how to deal with these questions now. So kindly subscribe, hit on the bell icon so that you never miss the update and you can meet me next time with the new topic. So finally comment on this also. What next topic do you want me to teach? What is the new thing which in the maths which you are not clear and you want me to teach? So I'll look at the comments and I will prepare the session accordingly. So kindly do that. And the most important, kindly visit the website of Swiflearn. Kindly go there and see so that we can meet one to one. We can understand each other and we can teach you more properly. Because in this platform, we are there till this limited 1 hour. Suppose you are watching this video later and then you have some doubts, then I'm not able to clear it, right? So for that, this platform is giving us a chance to meet directly so that we can clear the doubts. So I can tell you there and then what are the reasons, why do we calculate, why, where are they used. So these are the practical knowledge which this platform gives you. Okay, there's no theoretical way, all practical knowledge that is needed in your practical life. So hope you join in and give it a look at the website and enroll for a trial class. It's free. It's not charging you anything, right? A trial class. It's worth it. Yeah. I hope you like the session and meet you in the next class. Take care, everyone. A very good bye-bye.